Hey guys, it's Joe Carrell. Welcome to another episode of In the Mix. Today we're going to talk about mixing vocals.
The world don't need another love song, and I don't need another lie from you.
Hey guys, so I'm in the control room and I have the James Dupré mix pulled up, and you can't talk about this song without talking about James' vocal, because it's great. I wish I could sing like that, but I cannot. But James, maybe you can't mix a record, so I don't know. But anyway, so let's talk about what I did. Before we get into the mix, let's talk about what I did that day. It's a WA-47 I used on his vocal. I chose that mic over others for a couple of reasons. I love it on rich male vocals like what he has. And also this song's it's kind of rangy. There's parts where he's belting out and he gets in his upper register, and there's parts where it's down low a little bit. And what this mic does, it's got a little bit of a softer top end than let's say the 251. So it tames sibilance just a little bit on a song where you're going to have to brighten things up, okay? And that was going into the WA-73, which was going into the WA-2A. The WA-2A was getting about 3 to 5 dB of compression that day, all right? So let me play you the finished mix, kind of reacquaint ourselves with the sound, okay?
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true. The world don't need another love song, and I don't need another lie from you.
Yeah, he's a great singer, and he's got good hair too. He really makes me sick. So anyway, let's solo up his vocal, and let's just mute everything and give a listen.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true.
Great, warm, thick, rich starting spot, okay? But obviously to fit inside of a busy mix like this, we have some work to do. So let's talk about that a little bit. All right, so I have acoustic taupe here, tape saturation. I love the sound of tape saturation on just about almost anything that's organic. Any real instruments, vocals, things like that. I just love what tape does. But I don't necessarily love using a tape machine anymore. So plugins like this allow me to get that effect without the, drawbacks of the noise, of how many takes we can keep, the expense, and everything else. All right, so that's that. Then I have the DSP AE600, and I love this tool for vocals, because I can do my standard EQ here with the the fixed bands. You'll see here like I'm cutting, about 6 dB at 230 cycles. I've got this real narrow notch, about 7 dB, 775 cycles. It's like with a 9Q. It's very, very tight. And then I'm boosting a little air on top, but then I have these active bands that's floating and moving as he's singing. If certain frequencies get a little out of control, for example, it rains it down just a little bit. So here at about 180 cycles, obviously probably in the verses, there were some low frequency things that were building up, and this guy's catching them a little bit. And then up here in what I call Snotland, they're at around 2,300 cycles. There's some at times I'm taking down up to about 3 dB as that's building up. Okay, that's that. Then let's get into compression. My first compressor is the L Ray from Acoustica. This is an emulation of Greg Wells, one of his personal RCA compressors. It's a fantastic compressor. It's got an attack set to fast, and I have my release set to around medium. And you'll see here the other settings. Now I'll just kind of leave that up for a second so you can look at it. At this point I want to play what the EQ is doing and what the compressor is doing. And you'll see this needle is really moving. I'm getting a lot of compression, but this is a very, very musical, I'd call it soft compressor. So I want you to hear what it's doing.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come.
Okay, you see that needle moving, it scares you to death. But hear it, listen to how musical that is. So that's really shaping the vocal, getting it knocked down, but it still sounds good and right and appropriate for country music, where we don't want, we're not looking for brick wall limiting. Okay, then after that, the Warm Audio WA-76. I love analog I love real transformers. There's nothing like it. So at this point, I'm getting out of the box, hitting my WA-76. I always call that my character compressor because with that adjustable attack and release, I can lock the vocal in exactly where I want it, okay? So let's listen to that in line with everything.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true.
Okay, now at this point, after I've added some high frequency, maybe made some low cuts, compressed, heavy compression, our sibilants, our S's, are really coming to the top. So at my last stage, I'm gonna start knocking those down. So I've got the DE555 from DSP, and I needed a little extra help. So I got the SPL de-esser here from Plug-in Alliance, also knocking down a little bit. So I want you to hear it now.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true.
A lot more pleasant. So now those S's aren't jumping out and biting us on the ear, as they pass. All right, so and that vocal chain, as you can see here, is being bussed to a second fader that is hitting, it's a parallel compression track. And that's hitting an 1176 emulation from DSP. And you can see what I've got going here. I'll let you see the settings. And now I'm going to let you see what it's doing.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't.
Okay, that's like 14 dB of compression, so it's pretty heavy-handed. But that's what I want. Okay, then let's talk about effects. First, I want to talk about delay. I love delay. So I've got a couple of them going here. I've got the EC300 from DSP. This is set to classic tape. And I'm going to show you my settings here. 122 is my high pass. My low pass is set to around 13.6. And this is what it's doing. I'm going to use too much of it here just so you can really hear it, okay?
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs.
Okay, that's set to 16th notes, okay? Then there's a longer one that I have automated. And this guy is kicking in and out depending on different sections of the song. And that is also the DSP EC300. And this is set to digital rather, the clean digi setting here. And I want to use too much of him so you really get an idea of what he's doing.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true.
And then I add a little reverb here. And it looks like I have the DSP revolver set up here. And this is set to EMT 250, a big favorite of mine on vocals. And this is him, and I'll play it, the mix setting, and then I'm going to boost it so you can hear really what it's doing with too much.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come.
Okay, that's the sound. Again, those delays are kind of coming and going in sections, so that kind of stuff is automated. Quickly, let's talk about the background vocals. That's my friend John. He was a co-writer on this song. And he's also going through the WA-47. Sounded great on him. But if you watch one of my last videos, we talked about the differences in preamps. I have him going through the Tone Beast. So he's a little less prominent just by nature, just because of the circuitry that we used, okay? Because he is the background vocalist. So you'll see, I'm going to show you I have, I'm going to mute the aux treatment, the bus treatment, and I have the DSP 6050 set up. And the reason I chose this plug-in is because I wanted, an LA2 style of an optical compression and just a little bit of EQ, but I also wanted this particular distortion. Yes, I said distortion. I needed a way to separate his vocals from James a little bit as I was mixing. So I decided to add a little distortion to it, and that's what this does. So let me play you, the two tracks together without any of the bus treatment.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs.
Okay, you hear just a little bit of crunch, and that's really going a long way to making him set with James to where I want it. Okay, those elements are combining and hitting my Brainworks Plug-in Alliance SSL 4000. You can see, I'm going to leave this up just for a second so you can see the settings. I'm cutting about 5 dB at 420 cycles. I'm just a couple dB at around, looks like around 2.6K, so a little bit of nasal thing. kind of where I've reduced a little bit from James, I'm adding a little bit with John, and that's helping him poke through there, okay? And then a little bit of combined de-essing, and let's hear those two guys together.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true.
Okay, lastly, I'll point out that those are coming down a bus, and I have a little analog saturation on there, as well as I have a little bit of compression to tie all of those, those two guys together. It's the Acoustica Ultramarine and a time constant of 5, and I'm probably, knowing me, I'm getting around 2 to 3 dB of compression. Let's take a look.
The world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true. The world don't.
And that's helping not only add a little bit of dynamic control. It's kind of gluing the two, those two guys together. And that is the sound of vocals for James Dupré. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you would, remember, follow Warm Audio on all their social media pages, as well as, if you would, follow me at In The Mix with Joe Carrell on my own Instagram and Facebook for extra behind-the-scenes content. Now for James Dupré singing Another Love Song.
Nothing on this highway but signs and lines, and too much time to think of you. I keep changing stations every half a mile, but I still don't hear the truth. From my point of view, the world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true. The world don't need another love song, and I don't need another lie from you. Forever sounds simple when it's wrapped up tight in a pretty rhyme and melody. Even when you said you loved me all your life, it was just another fantasy. 'Cause in reality, the world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true. The world don't need another love song, and I don't need another lie from you. Yeah, yeah. I could play them back to back, but it won't change the fact the world don't need another love song. Too many love songs don't come true. The world don't need another love song, and I don't need another